What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Goeiemorgen, good afternoon, Unjani. I'm not sure what the rest of the languages are, but welcome to another episode. Today we're going to be making what's called Vetkoek, or also in Botswana it's called Magwinya. It's from Botswana and it's also consumed in South Africa quite a bit. So I'm going to walk you guys through the whole recipe from start to finish. The prep time is about the rising time for the dough is about 60 minutes, prep time takes about 10 minutes, and cooking another 20. So this is a quick and easy snack to prepare, and you can prepare it well in advance, and you can even eat it for a day or two to 3 days afterwards. That's it. So please remember, if you guys do enjoy the content, drop a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to see future videos, and hit the bell icon too to stay updated. Okay, and that's it. Stay tuned. First thing we're going to do, grab our big bowl. You want to start off with 500 grams of cake wheat flour. To our dry ingredient flour, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of white sugar and a half a teaspoon of salt. You don't need to add the salt, depending on how sweet or how salty you want the Magwinya to be. 500 ml of lukewarm water. Slowly start to add it to the mixture. Don't add all of the water at once, and then we'll start mixing it through. Let's get some of the moisture in there. If you start adding too much of the water too quickly, you might add a little bit too much. Even though recipes are set out, they're not always very specific. So there we go, you can see the water's dried up all the way. Let's add some more. I could be doing this with my hands, but it would be an absolute mess. This is just for the camera's sake, make it look nice. Okay, there we go, all sorted. I'm just going to leave it in this container like this. We're going to let it rest now for about an hour. Okay, so what I did off camera was it did start raining. I did knead the dough through thoroughly, cleaned out the bowl. Little bit of oil in the bowl, rubbed it around, and now leaving it to rise. Very sticky, shiny. Doesn't stick to our hands anymore. Slight bit. That's perfect what we're going to do. Now we're going to portion these into bite-sized balls about this big. And in the meanwhile, let's get our oil nice and hot in a pan. You could use a deep fryer, or you could just shallow fry them in a pan. Also be the quickest way to do it. Right, while we are waiting for our oil to get hot, get a little bit of flour, sprinkle on the work surface. I just want to take a chance. Typically when you use a wooden board such as this, it'll tend to stick to the wood, and trust me, it's quite a tough thing to get clean. So let's sprinkle some of the cake wheat flour. Okay. There we go. I put a slight bit of oil on my hands just so it doesn't stick. First thing we're going to do is stretch it out, roll it over, stretch a little bit more. Okay, so for our portion size, we're going to be making them about this big. So the easiest way to go about this, place it down, give it a nice slice, roll it to the side. It up and turn. There we go. Beautiful little ball. At the side we'll use it just now. For this part we're going to do exactly the same. Okay, so what I did was I did make them all a bit of a different size, just so we could have a look at what they look like. So when you go slightly bigger, that's when you're making a proper Vetkoek or Magwinya. You can use that to Oh, for dinner you can fill it with some minced meat, with some potatoes, chicken curry, anything you want. Because it's basically just a piece of deep fried bread, if you think about it that way. So I think our oil should be nice and hot now. And now we're going to go add these to the oil and then get them brown on the one side, flip them over, and they should be done. Okay, cool. So to taste the oil, I just added a small piece of the dough that we were using. You can see it's flowing to the top, means the oil's nice and hot. Let's go and add our balls. Give them a shake, make sure they don't stick to the bottom, but they should be floating. As you can see, they're just moving around. Now let's give them about 2 minutes aside and then we'll flip them over. Okay, let's turn them over. Okay, they should be all done by now. Let's do this. Get some paper towel down for the oil, and then we'll scoop them from the pan. So from here on out, you can actually just go ahead. You can sprinkle with some caster sugar, icing sugar, and you can make a filling for it. Actually, just slice it in half. You could serve it with bologna, some chicken, anything you want. Basically, it makes the perfect side dish. Even if you're cooking a stew, you can add this to that, and you'll have a perfect side dish to serve with it. For me, I'm just going to add some caster sugar, just for that extra bit of sweetness. And while they're still warm, it will help the sugar to melt onto the Vetkoek or the Magwinya. So it should be all good now. Now for the next part, let's give it a taste. Alright, should be cool enough now. Let's give it a try. There we go. Nice little round balls of dough. Nice and sweet, I hope. Yeah. Alright, here goes. I'm gonna use a knife, cut it in half. Nice, thick on the inside. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, basically just small donuts. Add some glaze to this, sugar, nice jam filling, and you'll be sorted out. This was absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe, and please remember, drop a like, comment and subscribe. Get the notifications too to receive updates on future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Hold up.